Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. XRP is at around 52 cents, guys. What is happening? Look at this, 11% in the green today. What? In the past 24 hours, guys. Wow, you got Flare as well, number 1, and then XRP, as you guys can see, literally number 5 right here, guys. Rank 5th. Wow, absolutely crazy, guys. We're literally pumping and never stopping at this point in time, right? Maybe is it truly time, because the sky is telling us what's happening. Night of the Phoenix, guys. That's cool. That's cool. Someone took that in my city last night. Very fascinating, guys, right? Could this be a sign that it's perhaps literally time, guys? I don't know. Maybe you do. Let's wait and see. Now, this is for entertainment value only, guys, but check this out. This is why XRP perhaps is pumping. Listen to this.
XRP holder, this is the week that we should see a summary judgment from Judge Annalisa Torres about the Ripple versus SEC case. Don't get caught in the emotional trap. One of the reasons we've seen XRP pump in the last week or so is because people are speculating on the decision that's probably going to come this week.
And then if you go to this next week, guys, XRP token surged to a 5-month high, bucking a market-wide decline, guys. Check this out.
And you also actually seen a pop with XRP, right? Which is another interesting component of this whole conversation, because when you look at efficiency and moving capital around the globe with our banking system, that's a very, very important aspect of the settlement side of things. And what's happening there is a lot of interesting insights as far as contracts, partnerships that have already laid the groundwork, that's playing nicely with regulators. And I think that's the other side of this conversation that we haven't had yet.
Yeah, I was actually just going to ask you about XRP, which just surged to a 5-month high, even amidst all this turmoil. But isn't that possibly just about the potential coming resolution to the SEC XRP case, which has been brewing for a while? And I mean, that's how I read that surge.
Yeah, I think that's one piece of it. But for whatever reason, I like to unpack a little more of the conversation. And here's the other part. Rather they win or they lose, it doesn't matter, to be honest with you. They still have those long-term institutional partnerships in which they will still be able to move value across the internet. And in my personal opinion about this, and the way I think about this, is if they are made an example of, it's still not a bad thing, right? The world is a stage. Let's kind of quote Shakespeare and thinking about that. It's all right. Rather they win or rather they lose, they're still going to be able to play a pivotal role representing Bank of America and several other large institutions in moving capital around the world, providing liquidity to both those small and regional financial institutions. I think that's what we're seeing on the back end.
Exactly, guys. Beautifully stated, as we see right here. Right? If Ripple loses, what happens? The status quo happens while Ripple appears to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. The SEC did not seek a preliminary injunction. Ripple continues to grow 800% like it has. But if Ripple wins, you guys know what's about to happen. The inflow. By the way, if you guys look at the inflow of capital that's going into XRP, right? Recently, it's absolutely insanity, guys, right? So much money is inflowing into XRP. Now imagine when Ripple wins and whatnot, right? And the case finally comes to an end here very shortly, perhaps. XRP is now deemed a safe haven asset, guys, right? And all these institutions will inflow their capital like a tsunami into XRP. We're not making any of this stuff up. This is financial advice, but this is just what we see, right? What we are observing that may occur. But another thing, guys, that we have noticed here on the channel, when XRP pumps a solo in a solo type of fashion, that means a market dump. A dump in the markets is on the horizon, right? So maybe we should prepare for that as well, just in case, guys. Or are people front running the case conclusion? That's maybe about to happen very soon, guys. You let me know, comment down below, but perhaps it truly is time. Now, guys, we're to the fun part of XRP in the XRP community. Now, this is quite interesting from Mr. Pool. As you see right here, profile update, guys. There we go. Wow, look at that background. What could it mean? Right, what could it mean? New banner picture. We go down here. It would connect somehow, some way to this image right here, which takes us to Germany to supply Ukraine with long-range guided missiles, guys. Right? This war narrative keeps brewing, so it seems like 8/22/2022. When this article was published, what does that mean? Whoa, didn't Mr. Pool post that red big button, guys, on that day, right? Which would connect to the reset. So it seems like it's all going to happen at the same damn time, right? The war situation, the CBDCs, right? The current financial system imploding, the debt imploding. Guys, this is very fascinating. And here's another connection to BG123, 4, 6, and 8. Someone pointed out this right here from BG123 as well, right? The avalanche, as you guys can see. the snowball effect, guys, where XRP gets bigger and bigger and bigger as time goes on, right? If we check BG123's profile banner picture right here, what do we see, guys? You guys can see spring, right, starting to bloom, grass, which means, are we here right now? Think about it, right? 5, 8, and 9. Fascinating connections, guys. Now, if you go to this tweet, massive avalanche, which just occurred. Maybe Mr. Bull was just talking about this, guys. Wow. XRP is about to become an avalanche. Possibly, right? On how big it's about to get, and how much momentum will be behind XRP when it finally starts moving like we're seeing right now. Fascinating connections. Not to mention, if you go here, does it connect to Japan? As you guys can see, bonds go first and should be on everyone's radar, right? The end is just the beginning, guys, right? We go down here, possibly relevant here. Bank of Japan says central bank digital currency needs to be ready to issue a CBDC to offer a public safe digital payment system. Guys, we're not making this stuff up, right? It definitely somehow, some ways connects to the current financial system. This avalanche picture, guys. All tweets removed except test pilot, and then there was one test pilot, as you guys can see. What could it be? Very fascinating. But if you go to ChatGPT right here, guys, what do we see? So I asked the ChatGPT, what does an avalanche mean? An avalanche is a natural disaster that occurs when a mass of snow, ice, rocks, or other material suddenly moves downhill. This movement can be triggered by various factors such as changes in temperature, new snowfall, or human activity. When an avalanche occurs, it can cause significant damage to infrastructure and can be life-threatening to people and animals caught in its path. Avalanches can occur in mountainous areas, but can also happen in other regions, such as in urban areas due to heavy snowfall. It is important to take precautions when traveling in areas prone to avalanches, such as carrying appropriate gear and staying informed about weather conditions and potential risks. Now, if you go down here, ask another question. Metaphor meaning of avalanche. In a metaphorical sense, an avalanche can represent a sudden and overwhelming force that is difficult to stop or control, which is what, guys, there you guys go. Ta-da! That's the answer right here, right? Double meanings, always remember, Mr. Poo posted double meanings on all posts, which means, metaphorically speaking, XRP cannot be controlled or stopped at this point in time because there's so much momentum behind XRP. Do you see, right? The snowball's falling. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger as time passes on. For example, one might describe a flood of emails as an avalanche in their inbox, or a sudden surge of public interest in a topic as an avalanche of attention. The metaphorical use of avalanche often implies a sense of urgency or danger. Urgency. XRP needed immediately at this point in time. Emergency. And can suggest the need to take quick action or prepare for potential consequences, guys. Very fascinating answer by this AI, isn't it? Nothing can stop what's coming. Wow, that's an interesting observation, right, guys? You guys can pause and check all this stuff. Maybe it connects with Q somehow, some way. Now, nothing can stop what's coming. Exactly, with XRP. We already know the game plan, guys, right? Or, I hope you didn't forget this tweet. China first, check mark, right? I hope you didn't forget this tweet. China first. China first, Korea second, Japan third. 1, 2, 3, let's go, right? C, K, and J from BG123, if I'm not mistaken. Look at this, guys. Now, wow, Ripple tweeted this out. Hold on a minute. South Korea is gearing up to provide more regulatory clarity for crypto this year. Ripple's APAC policy director discusses how policymakers can strike a balance between consumer protection and fostering innovation in the sector, right? Korea and then Japan with the CBDC's issuance, guys, right? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Not to mention, though, from David Damn Schwartz, what do we see right here from WHATS? Followers, that's not pizza, it's a pie, right? So David Schwartz tweeted out, no, rate this pizza, right? What could it mean, guys? Why would David Schwartz tweet this? Maybe just it connects with pizza, right? He does love to post a lot of random images. Think about it, guys. XRP decoders, that's definitely a pie. 3.14, lots of red, dump incoming. Could this somehow connect with the price protection theory, which we just talked about? When XRP pumps in a solo type of fashion manner, it means a market dump is on the horizon. But I mean, XRP could literally just go up and never stop, guys. But I would just be aware of any type of scenario possible. One slice decoupled from main pizza, although 2 pieces, right? Completely missing. XRP decoupling, maybe so. While everything else goes in the red, right? Dumps, XRP maybe perhaps in the green, as it seems right now, literally. So very fascinating connections. Not to mention though, maybe David Short's literally come from Riddlers, right? He posted this right here. Riddler, and then Batman, and then Riddler, right? A lot of talks about riddles these days and riddlers, guys. Let's prepare. No, David, stop. Please refrain from posting allusions to riddlers. And then David, hold my beer. Exactly, guys, right? Because at the end of the day, they know that riddlers are legit, guys, right? We have seen it time and time again. Not to mention, they have been trying to help us all this time, and everything that they have foretold is coming into fruition, right? Or told in the past. Now, the fountain for Tasty comes from Babaka, so let me get this straight. Riddlers have people who shouldn't be helped years in advance lay out the plan. You watch it unfold and everything they said is happening. Instead of being grateful, you're trying to call them out and quote unquote get them. These people are so desperate, rake $500 bags, right? Think about it, guys. They have told the events in advance, right? And it seems like it's coming into fruition as we speak, but people still complain and whatnot, guys, about XRP's moon dates. Remember, the way to know XRP's moon dates is by looking at events first, guys. And isn't it fascinating how the world is literally imploding as we speak, or collapsing, right? If the Fed didn't come and save the day, guys, in several occasions, it would have collapsed by now. And XRP supposedly pumping, right, during all this commotion. Think about it, folks. Think about it. Events first, then price. You guys already know the game plan. Not financial advice, not financial advice, and not financial advice. What is that? So, guys, amazing. See ya.